Oh my goodness. Hello. I see Jamie. I see Regina. I see Angie. Who knew? I just thought I'd go on live. Saturday Night Live at midnight. My sleep patterns are so weird these days. I just tend to sort of crash early and then wake up later. And I got kind of restless about 11:30. Thought I'd see what's going on online and see if anybody else is up and wants to talk. It's 9 p.m. where Jamie is. Hi, Scott. I'm going to do what Scott does. I'm going to put the StreamYard thingy in the chat so you can come join me. Does this work? Or do I have it in the wrong place? Oh, there we go. There's a link. If anybody wants to come in with me for a little while. I don't have anything really to talk about unless somebody has something they want to talk about. This might be a good time for me to practice a little bit interacting with the chat. Jamie went berry picking and came home and had a huge nap. Did you eat all your berries while you were picking them, or did you bring some home to do something with? They're probably really good with pancakes, but I'm guessing you can't hold out till the morning for pancakes. Angie says, I wish I could come up, but my face is melted from maybe too much coffee, and now I'm sleepy. Aw. Jamie made blueberry pancakes tonight. Yum. These were with fresh blueberries you just picked? I bet that was good. How is it out there? Is it really hot, or is it you had some fires, or are they all up and down the West Coast? Are they gone now? How is it? Scott's room is a disaster, or he would. My room's a disaster too, but my camera's not looking at that part of it. Ugh. Haven't been doing too much with tarot lately. There's not a whole lot to show. I've noticed though that I tend to really like and enjoy a lot of the decks that nobody else seems to like. It's just my taste, I suppose. But I actually really enjoy it when other people do walkthroughs of decks that are a little off the beaten path, shall we say. Something out of print or scarce or unusual. And we all like to support our fellow YouTube hosts. I finally ordered two pouches from Kelly Bear that are really nice. One of them is, oops, everything's backwards on here. This one's kind of a really, like a sort of a sherbet, minty green sort of. And then the inside is more of a yellow, like a lime green. I don't know how to tie these ribbons though. She has these really long ribbons on here. I had to get this one, by the way, because it's got a little toadstool charm on it. I don't know if you can see that. I thought, wow, that's the bag for me, for Toadstool Tarot. But you wrap these things. I need a tutorial on how to wrap the ribbon on a Kelly bag. It goes round and round and round, and I don't want to get the ribbon wrinkled because I'm not about the ironing, you know. And then somewhere you tuck in the end, but I'm never quite sure how or where you do. And I don't know. I mean, it keeps everything nice and snug, but I don't know if it looks that good when I get it wrapped. The other one, oh, I see Debbie. Hey, Debbie. Debbie just came in. The other one, I love this. This is beautiful dark purple. And the inside is this yellow that I love. It's kind of, I call it taxi cab yellow. It's this really rich. It's not canary yellow, although the camera might make it look that way. It's more of a kind of an orangey, well, I'd say cab yellow, but I don't know. Did they have yellow cabs everywhere or just in New York? And this one has one of those, this charm I love. It's got that all-seeing eye. And I love the charm so much. It's really heavyweight. I'm almost tempted to like snip the charm off of there and put it on a little silk cord to wear it as a pendant. But I don't really want to, you know, kind of ruin her bag. Also, I'm not really sure what that all-seeing eye means. Oh, Regina wants to come in. Sure, Regina. Pop in. Did you see the link? You might be able to help answer some questions. Tangi says it's a robin's egg blue color. Yeah, kind of is. I hope my fan isn't too loud. All-seeing eye, Illuminati. I was a little bit worried about that, Tangi. I'm not sure I want that connection. Here we have Regina. Hey, Regina.
Hey.
Do you know about that symbol, the all-seeing eye?
The all-seeing eye is, a lot of people think of it as being sort of like a symbol for the Illuminati.
Yeah.
In terms of like specifically, I would have to look that up, but I just know that that's the big association.
Yeah.
And I think Freemasonry too.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's on the dollar bill, and I think that's where that came from on the dollar bill.
I love the image, and I've seen it a bunch of different places, and I think maybe it has multiple meanings. I just don't want to wear it as an amulet if it's like communicating the wrong thing, maybe, for me, you know?
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's interesting because it's like there's some symbols it's like you know and love and it's fine and you're comfortable, and then other ones you're like, this could mean like all this stuff I don't know about. And it gets like nerve-wracking.
Symbol image-wise, I really love it, but if it has this weird kind of, not political exactly, connotation of connection with the group that's controlling things from the dark side or whatever, right. I don't want to go there with that. You know?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just leave it on my Kelly bag. Leave well enough alone.
Tangi says Illuminati too. But there's also the Eye of Ra, the Eye of Horus. And then, okay, and then she's going with, well, the Eye of Ra, though, the symbol is specific. Like, it's the one, do I have any paper over here?
Isn't the Eye of Ra the one that has that kind of curl in it?
Yeah.
That looks with an eyebrow and everything, very Egyptian. That's a little different, I think.
Yeah, that one's I know it's definitely Freemasonry, Illuminati. I should look it up.
And
if Justin was here, we could talk about aliens again.
Tangi says the pyramid aliens were labeled as the bad dudes of space. Okay. Oh, I know something. Do you collect crystals? Here's something else I wanted to ask people about. Have you got any bismuth? You got any bismuth being around here? I know it ain't nobody's bismuth, but I want some.
It's nobody's bismuth.
Do you know what I'm talking about? This stuff called bismuth, what it looks like?
I know.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I first saw it and I thought, this can't exist anywhere naturally. It's this rainbow iridescent crystal that forms in shapes that are architectural, like ziggurat pyramids. And you
That's
look at it and
cool.
you think, that's got to be like plastic or somebody in a factory made it or something. But
Right.
it's apparently sort of akin to lead or lead-like, or they use it as a replacement for lead. But the weird thing about it is it's also the stuff that gets, I think, ground up and used in Pepto-Bismol. Bismuth is used in Bismol to like soothe your
Wow.
tummy.
Do I have any Pepto?
So I
have
don't
some
know,
pink
but
Pepto.
it's not pink, and apparently it's white in nature, but when it oxidizes, it takes on this iridescent rainbow color. And of all the people that have shared crystals online, I've not seen anybody show it. Hey, and if anybody in the chat has any bismuth, then you got bismuth coming in my chat. Bring it with you and show us. We want to see it. Chanji,
You want to talk about bismuth?
Chanji, you got any bismuth? I gotta see it.
They needed your help in that movie about Wall Street.
So I went on Etsy looking for some, or went online, and they had some really beautiful ones. Yeah, it looks like a pyramid. Tanji has some. Tanji, please come on, just to show us the bismuth.
Yeah.
You can throw a scarf on or something, or your glasses or whatever. We just want to see the bismuth. So I went on Etsy, and they have some really beautiful samples. But you know, when you get crystals on there and you get a little shop, they have multiple samples. You don't know if you're getting the one that they're showing.
Right.
And I found one I really loved. And of course, there's an option. Which one do you want? And there's like a size price option. And it was like $29, and they go up to like $150 or something. Oh, wow. And I said, wait a minute, can all three meet on at the same time? I don't know what he's saying. Okay, but I gotta bribe my son to give me my laptop back. Be right back.
That's awesome. Okay. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you could just come on for a little bit, Tanji.
Tanji's gonna share us her bismuth.
Yeah. So anyway, I saw this one. I was ready to hit the buy button. I thought, I better ask first. If this is the good, which one is this? Is this the $29 when you're advertising? And she got back and she goes, no, this is the $150 one. I figured, because it was like, I think the size of a hand, Oh, wow. And I had I'd seen like $9 ones about, the size of the first digit of your pinky, So, but I want one that really does look like a pyramid.
That would be so cool.
But
yeah.
I'm hoping that Tanji's camera will show this really well.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm obsessed with this all of a sudden. It's one of those crystals that when you see it at first, you think, oh, that's kind of cheesy. It looks like glitter or sequins. That can't be a real, true crystal.
Right. And then you find out it's real and you're like, okay, now that's intriguing, because it's like, it totally looks like something somebody would craft, right? Like,
yeah.
And it's
I felt the same way when I don't know whether you saw these. I got these are my organite pyramids. The first time I saw organite, I thought, oh, that's cheesy plastic pyramids. But then I started like trying to find out a little bit more about them. And now I don't really put them down the way I initially did, because they do have crystals inside. Like this one has a citrine, which is kind of my thing. Stomach related issues, and then they have like metal shavings and glitter, and they often have copper. There's this like weird copper or weird metal and crystals combination
Yeah.
they're like basically suspended in a resin material. And okay, she's coming on. Hold
Oh
on.
my gosh.
And so I think it may be something akin to like a crystal grid thing that's like in suspension, but I don't really know how it works or if it works, but they're pretty anyways.
Yeah.
So
Well, and I mean, and the idea is like, I think a lot of it too, all of this stuff is a process of discovery. And then like you read about it and then you have experiences with it. And like, whether it works or not, even if it's just making your space like lovely because you've got that in there. I think that's valuable.
I saw somebody who did a YouTube and she goes, they're really good for changing your emotions. Like she had them all around her desk at work. She says, and it either lightens people's spirits and they get really friendly, or they're so antagonistic they leave. So it has like the opposite effects on people. It's like depending on how it keys into your psyche or whatever, it makes you all friendly and lovey-dovey, or you get so disgruntled you don't want nothing to do with it and you walk away, which is great because we don't want those people around anyway.
Right, yeah. That's
But, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to, and I'm intrigued too because orgonite, I guess, is sort of, I think it has something to do with orgone energy, which has to do with studies that Wilhelm Reich did, which I don't know too much about, but I want to read more about. So that's, oh wait, yeah. She's working on it. I see a boop there. Oh, boop.
Okay.
Boop, boop, a doop.
Sandy,
how are ya?
Hey, Regina. Hey, Robin. Hey, everybody.
My first live with Tangi. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
She just dropped in. She just booped in from outer space.
I booped. Hold on. I got picked up.
Ooh, nice. So
that's my neighbor.
Oh. Can you show us your bismuth? We're dying to have a little bismuth.
So before I show you, it was double the size and it fell. I had it for a while. It fell and dropped equally into 2 parts and it screamed, "Give me to your friend." So I sent my friend the other half. So she has the other half.
Is it fragile as a crystal? Is it a fragile crystal?
Not really. I mean, if you can, let me show you my. Hold on.
Ooh.
I do it there.
Oh, that's so cool.
Oops, yeah. See how bizarre that is, Regina? It like lines up like a ziggurat or something.
Yeah.
Reminds me of a rainbow Escher pyramid.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really, really neat.
I mean,
but what I'm admiring the glass. Is that just a magnifying glass too?
Yeah, it's an owl.
Because I have crystals all the time, and sometimes you can't get them to show up, but that's genius.
But I'm trying to get the camera. Sorry.
I just like looking at I get sort of lost in the hypnotic swirls and patterns of that crystal, and how it's kind of a little bit like a maze or a spiral, but it's like in squares,
It that piece reminds me of the MC Escher, where all the stairs. Yeah.
Escher rainbow pyramid.
Yeah.
So wow.
And can you see the holographic colors? It's like 17 different colors in there.
Yeah, it's like iridescent almost.
There's worlds within worlds in here. And when it's a little bit smaller, the other half, but when it was connected, there was like a hole through it, and I felt like it was my hagstone.
Oh,
like I could see special worlds. It's so eye-catching to see the light hit it, but I don't think you can see it like I do.
Yeah.
Right in here. I don't know if you could see it. It's like almost see-through. Oh, there we go.
Ah.
It's so like it's almost like a stained glass window into another world.
And I cannot believe that they turned that into this. But it's true. I checked the ingredients.
And I have my organite pyramids too,
Oh,
just
yeah,
to
we're
And you got a
talking.
nice
to show you.
spiral on that.
And it's
Right.
the bismuth is heavy. It's a very dense crystal. They said it's like almost heavy as lead, or about as heavy as lead, which I find curious.
Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get the
Interesting.
original bismuth that looks like a chunk of silver, and like kind of want to like bite into it like a silver bar, and then you melt it down, and then it does this. It turns into different things. But if you can find, some metal shops have them, but if you can find the original bismuth in this, looks like a chunk of lead, you can safely, if you know watch your YouTube tutorials, get your hazmat glasses on. Use a pot that you would never cook in again and melt it down. There's a way to do it. And then as it cools, it like, what's the word? It ladders
Crystallizes?
itself,
Oh,
you know, like it
Oh, wow.
grows. I don't know the word, I forget the word, but it turns like it crawls. And then
wow.
it gets like a hollow, and then it cools, and then it leaves you this ring of these things
Wow.
all around. It's the coolest process. If you watch How to Melt Bismuth on YouTube, you'll find the most amazing
Amazing.
videos.
It has a low melting temperature like lead, apparently.
Yeah.
But and
Okay.
I think they said it originally comes in like white or silver or something, and
Silver.
when you oxidize it, or when it oxidizes, you get these colors. But I wasn't sure whether oxidization just means exposure to air or some other process.
Pretty much.
Heat,
Yeah.
the heat and the air. Yeah. Oops, I'm having a hard time with the cat.
Scott's freaking out about the Pepto.
Yeah, turn
Sorry,
crystals
Chad,
into
I can't even see this
Pepto-Bismol.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
I'm all about sugar crystals too. Remember rock candy?
Oh
Yeah,
my
and Coca-Cola,
God.
pop rocks,
Yeah,
Pop
yeah. I
and then
haven't
your
had any
sinuses
rock
clear.
candy in a while. I
It
wonder
looks like these.
if sugar crystals have any kind of magical properties.
Throw
Hey,
a little
Patrice.
Chipotle in there.
Patrice is here. Yeah, it's hard to imagine that bismuth turning into that pink stuff you drink to cure your tummy. But yeah, so we were
That
talking
explains
also
why it
about
works.
the organite, and the ones in my metaphysical shop were really expensive and not very nice. And this one I think was like 22, and I got it from China, which didn't really want to do, but didn't
Yeah.
take too long to get it. But that looks like a pretty expensive one. Is that got malachite in it, or is it just green?
Green adventuring,
Oh,
which is really good for women or men who have the time of the month. It's really good to put on your belly, and it calms down cramping and pain.
well, that's
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you about. I'm guessing you've had yours for a while. I've only had mine a week or two, and I'm not sure what to do with them. They just sit by my bed.
Okay, so last year when I first got it, I got it from Amazon. It was a really good deal. They fluctuate in prices, so if you can find them, it's Canadian, $20, so like 15 American.
Not bad.
If it's expensive at first, go back a week later. They go crazy. $100, $3, $40.
That was $20.
This was around maybe a little less, 19.
Oh my
20
gosh, because that's huge.
Yeah, it's
See, I mean the ones
Three.
this was like 22, and they were only half the size at my metaphysics shop, and they wanted like 40 for them, which is crazy.
Yeah, sometimes they price gouge. This is from that company. I forget the name of it. The company. If you see for the pyramids, they're one of the legit companies that ethically resource, and they make sure they send you all the info and the chart with it. And I forget the name, but at the bottom they say, make sure you're buying it from us and it's not from a knockoff seller. And I don't have any others like this, but what I've seen in stores, this is better quality for me. Just the ones in the stores that are this good quality are $60, and they're smaller.
Yeah.
As for crystals, they tend to make the price a little higher because I think it's easier for you in the States to get certain crystals. Here, it's a little It's still available, but it's not as available in the States. So when you go to a metaphysical shop in Canada, the good stuff tends to be higher price.
Okay.
But you can find on Amazon. I was just lucky with the timing. I think this was the last one, so it was even cheaper. And it's the 3-inch one, and I was shocked when they said 3-inch, and I got it, and I thought, like, wow. The 6-inch ones, I wanted one, but they were more expensive. But I think I got lucky with this one because it wanted to come to me. Like crystal, they scream at you or they fly to you, and it's like, you're taking me home.
Tangi, I know you're crafty. Have you been tempted to buy any of the molds and make any yourself? Because I know you can make them yourself at home.
I did, and it was a horrible disaster.
Was it?
No.
I would get hairs in mine. I would get hairs and lint in mine.
Right. My hair's and everything.
Yeah, right. Mine turned out to be glorified kitty litter. My son calls it. He did it. I was the one that was reading the box. I had the glasses. I put the little lab coat on. I'm like, we're gonna make our crystal kit, son, that we got from the dollar store. Yeah. 6 weeks later, I go to look at mine. It was like gravel. It looked like a caveman threw up in the dish. It didn't look anything like crystals. My son goes to look at his, because you cover them and you put them in a dark space and you wait for it to grow. Goes to look at his, and you turn them over, and there was points. It was like an actual legitimate mini, but it was a crystal.
Well, wait a minute. That sounds like something different, though. I was talking about the organite, where you pour the resin into the mold.
No, I haven't tried these, but I've tried the crystal kits where you grow your own.
Oh.
You ever tried those?
No, it sounds like sea monkeys.
Right?
It's hit or miss.
I don't work with resin. I'm too scared.
Me too. And toxins.
But also like I have like my room. I'm like looking around my room, like it's covered in stuff I made, and like I work with I do a lot of collage. So I'm like the glue fumes, and I live in an apartment. I'm like kind of I don't know if I want to add more. We have plans. We'd like
that resin is so toxic. That's scary stuff. I don't know if I want to be messing with it, but it looks like fun when I see people doing the mold. And do you know Elaine of Elaine Tarot Tats and Tea? She makes them. She made one for Simon that was oh my God, it was enormous.
Yeah.
It was beautiful too, but she's very crafty as well.
This is flawless. If I try to make this, it would look like a monster sneezed plasma. It wouldn't.
You have to have patience too, because you do them in layers, and you have to wait for the first layer to dry before you add the second one. And so it's like those mixed drinks, that they make that have like different colors in them as they go up. I mean, I don't know. Maybe you need to hire a bartender to make your organite for you.
What are they called? A mixologist?
Mixologist,
yeah. They might do a better job. I mean, hot glue gun and googly eyes, I'm your guy. Okay.
Right.
I want to welcome
resin.
I want to welcome Butterfly Magic with hot tea to the chat. And Scott had a question. He goes, is malachite the one that's supposed to come from a nuclear site or something and be really powerful to have? I could be wrong.
I have never heard that about malachite.
I just read recently about malachite. I think like you're not supposed to put it in your mouth or something. It's sort of like if you handle it a lot, it could sort of have some side effects or toxicity, but I don't know if that's true or not. But I definitely
the raw one.
Okay.
The pure, you want to be careful. But the tumbled ones are fine. Polished.
Yeah. It's pretty. That's Simon's favorite, that one.
Looks like butterfly wings.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. I love that. I just love that. And they come with pictures, and they have like, does anyone have picture Jasper? It's like not as like bright and colorful, but like Picture jasper is amazing because you really get a piece of picture jasper and it looks like there's a landscape painting in it.
I have some, but I don't know if I can find it. I have a bag of rocks here. My picture jasper has the Virgin Mary in it. If I can find her.
Oh my gosh. Oh, crystal skulls.
Am I in the right
Whoa.
place? They
Alas,
said the
or
meeting.
your-
Ooh, that looks like
one meeting.
it looks like beeswax.
Is it honey calcite?
It's yes, it is actually. Oh, fiery orange calcite, but they also said in the description, also known as honey.
That's so cool.
You can't see how yellowy orange he is. It's too faded on the camera, but his name is Elliot, and he's amazing.
Hello, Elliot. Nice to meet you.
You see his
I'm
cranium?
not sure if I can.
Ooh, that's so wild. Right in the middle.
This will never show now, but yeah, there's the Virgin Mary in the.
I kind of see it. Oh my gosh.
She's
Whoa.
got a pink hood around her. You can't really see very well.
Hold
Yeah,
on, let
I
me
can see the outline.
No,
Oh.
it's not. Yeah, no.
now I see it.
My lighting is crap here.
Really good.
But I just saw this sort of devilish face in here too. Oh,
I have
This-
mookite I got that reminded me of bumblebee jasper, but it's not. It's mookite.
Okay.
no, this is hopeless
Love
on my
movement.
end.
Jen likes Science to 12
It's like a yin yang.
Oh, I don't have any of that yet. Look at that.
Ooh,
Mookite.
I'm trying to find the stuff that I have like that's within reach, and I think there's picture jasper over here. I do have some.
No, I did it wrong.
Okay.
That's right. There we go. I want to eat most of my crystals. I have to remind myself not to do that.
Oh my gosh. There's someone else who talks. Do I have a big enough one that it might show up? But they like it's like not a real expensive or sought after stone, but it's like it's incredible. Like it really does look like landscape paintings. Let's see. Can this one show up? I'm like, there we go.
Oh
Kinda-
yeah, nice.
See, like doesn't that look like a little tree?
Looks like a shark's tooth.
Right? Well, yeah. Isn't that neat?
Beautiful. Where did you get
So-
that?
I just ordered them from a shop on Etsy that does rocks and crystals. Oh, I
Nice.
can't remember the name of it. I think it's Rock and Tumble Co. was the place. But like these ones, and like these are just small, and like I use them. I've made a billion wire wrapped pendants that I need to make chain for, but like, so
That looks
there's that
familiar.
one.
What's that? That's Jasper?
Yeah, it's just picture. It's called Picture Jasper.
Picture Jasper. I'm hearing picture pages, picture page, picture Jasper,
no.
picture Jasper.
Somebody gave me something. Well, you can't
Somebody
see again
please.
my crummy camera, but this one the light goes
So
through it,
showing up.
and it's not tiger's eye, but it's got striations in it, and oh shoot,
Oh, that might be red jasper.
where is
I got
my
my red Jasper somewhere. Oh, I got my labradorite I won online. It had a big polymer octopus on it holding a crystal, but she fell off, so I put her downstairs. But labradorite, see
Oh.
the bits.
That's
oh
cool.
nice.
That I want to eat too. What's wrong with me?
Oh, this isn't gonna. Obviously, this isn't gonna work.
All right, Tangi, do you read fiction at all? Because if you like eating rocks, you really need to read The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin.
Okay.
That's not
Well, the
gonna work.
rock fighter from Neverending Story, I fell in love with him, right?
Oh,
When I was a kid, I'm like,
yeah.
oh, I always wanted to eat rocks. I don't, but I want to.
Yeah, you got to read The Fifth Season.
You remember the Return to Oz movie?
Yes.
Was it the Gnome King that was like came out of the rocks and was like formed from rocks? and stuff?
That totally
Yeah.
reminded me of the rock fighter.
Oh my gosh.
And Fairuza Balk was so young in that. Remember Nancy from The Craft?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's so young in that movie. Where's my Jasper?
So the other one that was nearby enough, I have a bunch of tiger's eye too, but like
Lapis lazuli.
we all have that. So this one, is it going to show up? That might not be. This is
Good
crazy.
for
looking.
migraine.
This is Turritella agate. I'm trying to like.
Would you call me?
There we go. Okay. Do you see that?
Ooh. Turtle face. What did you call it?
It's a Turritella agate. Where did Robin go?
Turritella.
I just had to step out for a second here to grab a crystal.
Side. But
Oh, I
like,
hear noise and chimes.
that's fun.
That looks like it had an eye on it, or is that just me?
And no, it has all kinds of little like, and it's all this little like, it looks like little blooms things. Like I gotta.
Yeah.
There we go.
Ooh,
Right?
it does look like it has like little eyes.
All kinds of neat stuff in this.
Love
It just makes these really cool patterns. So, did I show this one already? No, this one has a lot of wild stuff
You
on
make
it. Okay.
jewelry out of all of those, or you leave some intact?
I always leave some and just have them around. But like I've made a lot of jewelry with most of them.
Beautiful.
I don't have any skulls yet. I'm not quite clear on what that's all about. I mean, they're intriguing, but I kind of don't get it. I mean, I don't understand the. I mean, they're really amazingly fashioned, but I'm not quite sure what that's all about, unless it's just a cool thing.
Well, there
like
is
the skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is spiritual significance, but it depends on the traditions. And I do think, is it the Aztec or the Mayan? Where,
The clear crystal skulls, you mean? The crystal
Yeah.
quartz skulls?
and then
Yeah.
that has spiritual significance. And then other folks associate it with, ancient technology that we've lost, or things that have just formed out naturally and mystically. Like it's kind of like that.
I mean, I understand it as a symbol, because obviously the skull holds the brain and the mind is at work with, all the crazy stuff that we do. But in terms of it being a sort of a vessel of magic or something, I'm just not quite sure. I mean, I guess it is. It's the brain box that we look out of and speak out of, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, you think about it, this is like where we think of the seat of consciousness as being.
Mm-hmm.
So with the skull, so like it makes sense to me to be like, if you want heightened awareness, heightened consciousness, it's like a perfect symbol for that.
I have a black obsidian ball, this crystal ball, which is kind of a waste of showing. It's just a black ball, but I've not been very successful at scrying yet. I've tried.
Yeah.
And does anybody know what these little thingies are? I don't know what this is called, this little geometric shape. I don't think it's glass. Like a tetrahedron or something like that.
I think it's tetrahedron. It's not a
Merkaba.
Merkaba.
Merkaba, the 12-sided. Yeah, I have a star. That's it, Merkaba. Thank you. It was bugging me.
I don't know what that's all about, but I thought it was pretty.
I've got 12 candles.
A little Amazonite. That's probably, you can see that because
That's
it's lighter.
pretty. Yeah. That's beautiful.
I have a giant Amazonite with pyrite.
Oh, nice.
You got all the rocks.
She's the rock lady. Rock and
I
roll.
love her. They never talk back to me. Just say.
She's got a lot of pet rocks.
Tangerine
quartz.
So interesting.
Wow.
This guy is amazing. So
awesome.
He was gifted from my friend who I sent the other half of the bismuth to. She sent me this as a gift a few years ago for birthday,
sweet.
I think. And then I gifted her the bismuth, the other half.
Is he smiling or snarling? He looks like
he's
he
smiling.
might be. Oh.
He's Rupert Eggplant Winston III, and he is a very powerful
got like a
tangerine
mohawk.
quartz.
Crystal mohawk.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He's a really cool, like that cool dude in the band that just gets along with everyone. That's him.
Okay.
Then we have Ebb, who is a bit of a whiner. He's made of jet. And he has a scar on his jaw. And I didn't see him in the shop. I heard Nobody picks me. I've been here forever. Nobody wants. I'm looking. I'm going. Who's crying? And it was
Oh my gosh.
him.
All right, stop whining. I'll take you home.
I did. And then Miranda, my alien star being, Amethyst.
Fun.
And
Oh,
my
now
son,
what?
my other son, is trying to find a big one. I said, if you find a big one,
What
I'll
kind
make
is
payments
she?
for you.
You
She's
know what?
amethyst.
Oh, nice.
Oh my gosh. Patrice is making me blush over here. Thank you.
She has like a butt head. I don't know why her head looks like a butt.
Hmm.
That's like an interesting choice.
It's
but
the
maybe
two
it was
nodes. It's the left
balance.
and right side of the brain,
That's
maybe.
true.
But all the way down to her neck crack?
No. Hmm.
She's mooning us. And then my pyrite.
She's the Jennifer Lopez of
Right. I was like,
I'm
what's
still
that
Miranda
song
from the
on
block.
Jimmy Fallon? Everybody's
Butthead.
talking about my tight pants.
Right?
Oh, to be tight hats for that
So-
species?
Tangi, have you done any reading of Wilhelm Reich about the orgone or anything?
It sounds familiar.
I'm here in New York City, and I don't know if any of you are familiar with the writer William Burroughs, but he had a loft down on the Bowery, and he actually had an orgone energy accumulator built in his loft. I never got to visit. I wasn't that close.
Sounds like my type of guy.
Really,
To my
really
Oregon
cool.
Energirator.
Basically kind of like a phone booth out of wood, and then there's layers of different things in it. In the walling, it's like, I don't know,
Oh.
like one is like felt and then steel, and I don't know, it's different layers of things, and it somehow acts similarly to the way a pyramid does. If you're sitting inside of a pyramid, it does something to the ionic energy or something. I don't know. I want to read more about it. Wilhelm Reich was a strange guy.
I know the name. It does sound familiar to me, but I forget what I did yesterday.
What-
So I'm not going to remember what I read.
He also invented this thing that like Kate Bush sang about in her song Cloud Busting.
Yes!
That you like shoot
Love
this
that
energy
video.
at clouds or something, and I don't know what that does.
Didn't they use that in what was the movie? The Fisher King. Wasn't that something that it was like the character was trying to teach the Jeff Bridges character how to do in that there's a scene they're in Central Park.
I didn't see it. So
And I
I
think
remember
they
Robin
were-
Williams was naked.
That's right.
Love Robin.
Hey, Pepper Jackie, welcome.
But I think because it shows up. Cloud busting is a reference that shows up in pop culture, like all like a bunch of different places. But Fisher King, that's a really memorable scene if you've seen the film.
I've seen it many times, but I don't remember details.
Just the
unless I
naked
watch.
part.
I love Robin. I mean,
I
anything
remember
Robin and Dame Edna. Yes, please.
back in the 70s when we recorded with Brian Eno and he came through New York, we were wandering around the village, and I remember we went by this theater, and he said that he has this curse, or I guess he considers it a blessing rather than a curse, that he never can remember movies that he sees. So he can watch them over and over again. Every time he sees them,
Yeah,
they're like brand new because he never remembers them.
Oh wow!
That was kind of
I'm
cool.
like that too. Even though I've seen like my favorite movies gajillions of times, not until I'm watching it do I go, "Oh, okay, now
And
I remember."
A lot of people say, why would you want to watch a movie more than once? But I like to revisit comfortable or comforting experiences. So if I find something in a movie I really like, I want to view it more than once.
Yeah.
Are there any mods in the chat?
Oh, yeah, we could use one, couldn't we?
Oh wait.
That's funny because I've never had a troll before. That's intriguing.
It's always interesting.
I'm gonna make Scott a mod if I can grab hold
I
of him.
think I am. So if I can get in there. Oh, we have a couple.
The Fisher King, that's another one on my list. I wanted to watch like every year. I watch a bunch of movies to refresh. And the Fisher King, thanks for reminding me, Regina. I forgot. That's on my list.
Hey, Jamie, Jamie, can you take care of this gentleman here?
There's two.
Mr. Barry.
She got him. I'm kind of toggling between the StreamYard and like, yeah, she got him.
Thank you. Maybe it's the hour. Here I am at midnight. It's the witching hour. It brings out all the...
That's actually true. Like, I've noticed that in my live streams, if I like to go earlier because I'll get a troll anyway once in a while, but like at night it's for some
look,
reason.
He's come in under a different name. Boy.
Oh my god.
Well, I almost feel honored. I mean, I've never had a troll before, but yeah.
It's like a milestone. Like you hit that milestone.
Right? You are now initiated into the YouTube. Oh, wait a minute. Let's do this right. Smith induction.
I just recently passed my 800 subscribers. Oh my God! He's got a third one.
Congrats.
He must have a million of these. We're gonna keep Jamie and full time zapper here.
You are now a knight of the realm of Tarot Tube.
Oh, Jen Science to Soul is here too. I've got Jen and Scott and Jamie, my mods. Take care of this, please.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, Jen. How you doing?
What's up?
Oh.
But and then the other part about it is I think there's a difference in what you can see in the chat on YouTube and on StreamYard too.
Oh.
Because like
on
StreamYard, this guy's all over the place. Oh, it looks like they. Oh no, he's still.
I wonder
still
if they're
coming.
not. I wonder if they're. Oh man, who's Rick
Is
Perry?
it a Russian Autobot maybe?
Autobots release.
In Soviet Russia, Autobots get you. In America, you get Autobots. Bot hype.
Oh, that's weird. I'm getting weird messages. I got Rick Perry's Bothering You was hidden by Jen, and then Rick Perry's Bothering You was unhidden by Jamie. What is that all about?
When another mod goes to read the message, it shows unhidden, but then they can hide it again.
Oh.
And on StreamYard, you will see messages that you don't know are deleted. Like someone types, like I mistype words all the time, so I delete it and retype what I wanted to say because my phone hates me and wants to take over me and my life. And then you on StreamYards will see all the messages, regardless if I remove them or not.
Yeah.
That's why I use both my phone and the StreamYard.
Yeah, or like you'll notice a lot of folks will use their computer and iPad at the same time.
Yes,
it's such you can go out and come back in again, but I don't know if it'd make any difference or not. Probably just be back.
Well, like you could still see on StreamYard, we could see their messages. They're deleted on YouTube.
Okay.
But us backstage could still see. So they are gone. They're the mods. Thank you, mods.
Thank you, mods.
They're going at them.
Okay, I see.
Just.
Scott says to restart it, but I don't know if it'll make any. If there's any point, is there? Do you think? No.
No.
I mean, I don't much care really. I mean, I can still see the chat from people that I want to chat with. So.
You can make me a mod too if you want, Robin. I love zapping trolls.
I can do that if I can find you on there. Put a little comment in so I can find you to make you a mod.
Thank you, Robin.
We are the mods. We are the mods. We are.
Tangi, I don't see you in there yet.
Oh.
He says Boop is sexy, so he knows you apparently.
I'm right under that, so thank you.
Oh, there you go. Okay, boy, it's moving so fast. Let's see. Moderator. Okay. Now you are, apparently.
I'm
Thank
still looking
you.
around my room looking for more crystals, but I think Tangi's got the crystal bling. Those are some serious rocks.
Thank
Yeah.
you. I have tons, and I don't remember 3/4 of them.
Oh
I
my
I have
haven't
to
gosh.
use
really
my book
done
or
a
Google them.
I haven't
Yeah.
done a crystal share yet. It's not kind of my main thing, so I have some, but
Well, and mine always end up in like in crafts. So
mhm.
most of them. Some of them I keep designated out. Like my crystal clusters, I don't build anything on them because they're clusters. They're just
I need
awesome
to
on
at
their
some
own.
point do an amulet share because I don't wear them that often anymore, but I have a whole wall full of like, silk cords with amulets on them. And they're not like fancy made things. A lot of them are like pewter or, for me, it's more the symbol, the art symbol on it than it is the material the device is made of,
Yeah.
And the energy.
like I have what Maori hooks are? They're like
This
made out
little-
of bone in New Zealand, I think. Is the Maoris in New Zealand, or maybe I got the wrong place?
Isn't that what
somewhere over there.
the guy, what's his name?
It is.
You're welcome, sings. The god of mischief. In Moana in the movie, doesn't he have a Maori?
Probably. I haven't followed Disney in a while. But yeah, the Maoris are like island natives, I guess, I thought they were of like New Zealand or Australia, that kind of area. But anyway, they're hooks,
Right.
and they're made out of bone. And I have one that's like a spiral. I'm really big on spiral energies, so I like.
Me too.
And it looks like plastic, but it is bone. And I've always wanted one out of ivory, but that's a no-no anymore. You can't really do that. You can't get ivory. This is probably like cow bone or something.
I totally have Babies on Fire in my head now because you mentioned Brian Eno, and I'm like, yeah, Babies on Fire.
Driving me backwards.
I don't think I know that one. Is that a real song? Or something?
Yeah, it's from his first solo album, after he left Roxy Music.
Oh, I love Brian Ferry and Roxy Music, but Babies on
that's
Fire
Brian
is not...
Ferry, not Brian Eno.
Oh,
Brian
okay.
Eno was
That's why I don't know, because I'm obsessed with Brian Ferry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love his stuff. I was going to say, name a crystal, but I forgot what most of my crystals. Oh, do you have abalone shells?
No.
You don't have...
I have a bunch of shells, but I don't think I have any abalone.
There's some iridescence for you.
Oh, hey, V. Kestrel. Greetings.
Mine's full of fake...
Hi, V.
Fake jewelry treasures. My ammonite sits beside it.
Oh.
I love the Fibonacci
spiral.
sequence.
Yes.
I feel like I was a mermaid and snuck into my cave and got everything and scooped it up to show you. Okay, so this one I got from the metaphysical shop. It wasn't that much. I think this was $24, which is normal around here. Yeah. But I've been trying to look for the big, huge ones.
Yes.
But those are, it's either, sell your firstborn, donate your limbs, or buy an abalone shell. No, they're too much for the big ones.
I think Simon has one that he burns incense in, but can you damage that iridescent stuff by burning stuff in it? I don't know. I'm not sure I'd want to do that.
I'm not sure, actually, because I only did it a few times and it didn't bother it. But then I turned it into my mermaid hoard. My precious.
Oh, I did have at one point. I had some abalone shell, and I did turn them into pendants.
We have a shop here in New York called Evolution that I was going to go visit today, but I got too lazy. Maybe I'll go tomorrow because I wanted to get some of the bismuth, and apparently online they said that they had it. But they have skulls and bones of all kinds of creatures. This place, Evolution, and I guess some crystals too. I bought a few bugs, like bug things encased in resin, butterfly wings and things like that.
That's really cool. I think
If
I
you
heard
can
about
find
that shop.
New
know
York's got
where.
amazing. You guys get all the best stores or that and oddity shops. It's like we have nothing here, nothing.
Aw.
We get
There's
some guys
gotta be
screaming on the corner,
something.
and that's about it.
What city or town are you in, Tangi?
I'm
You're in
near
Canada.
Ottawa. Near Ottawa. I'm near Montreal and or Ottawa. I'm still in Ontario, so I'm closer to Ottawa. But Ottawa has great meta shops. But Montreal, even
I
though it's
love
Canadian,
Montreal. Yeah.
Montreal is the Europe of Canada, and that's where you want to go. But I don't have a car, and nobody I know wants to drive there. They're like, I will drive you to the other side of the planet, but I'm not driving to Montreal. It's an hour away.
Oh.
I am not, because apparently the roads and the traffic are a nightmare, which I'm not a driver, so it doesn't bother me. As a passenger, I'll sit in the car on the highway for 40 minutes waiting for some guy to turn left. It doesn't bother me, but people I know do not want to drive to Montreal.
My geography is terrible. I thought Ottawa was like in the middle of Canada, like on the upper side of the Great Lakes or something.
We're east.
You're
So you got
closer to Toronto and Montreal then, kind of.
What's closer?
You are closer to Toronto and Montreal than the middle of Canada.
Yeah, I'm an hour east of Ottawa and about an hour west of Montreal. So I'm like kind of in the middle. And I used to live in Toronto. That's 8 hours away. Well, it's 4.5 if you step on the pedal.
Funny what you said about Montreal, because I did a little mini tour and a couple visits when I went to Europe, and I thought, I must be an old soul or something, because I I'm really comfortable with Europe and not so much with the States. And I've been looking all over for somewhere else to move to away from New York City in the States. And I can't find anywhere else that you can't get around without a car, And I want sort of a place where I can get everything on foot and it's, comfortable and bohemian and whatnot, And I just haven't been able to find anything like that in the States, in New England or whatever. We went on a road trip. We went up to Montreal and I just fell in love with it. I thought, well, it ain't Europe, but it's about as close as I'll get. Right, exactly.
It ain't Europe, but it's the next best thing. Can't afford Europe? Can't be real fancy? Come on down to Montreal, Canada. You'll love it. You won't be disappointed.
I even had the neighborhood picked out that I wanted to live in and everything. So,
oh, wow.
And it was cheap at the time. Bush was in office, and it was like $400 Canadian a month for an apartment where I wanted, which was
you should have grabbed it.
In US dollars, that's like, I don't know, it was like
$2.50.
At the time it was like 66 cents on the dollar or something, so it was like a third cheaper there than here. But after Bush left office, that was more down to like 10 cents or 90 on the dollar rather than 60 on the dollar. But anyway, but I also found out it's not as easy to move to Canada as I thought it was, because I thought, I'm not taking anything away if I'm bringing my retirement money in. Can't I just live, in Canada? But apparently, you still have to go through some red tape there and get a sponsor or marry yourself in or something.
You can't get a work visa.
Yeah, I don't want to work. I just want to retire.
That's easier than.
I thought, I'm bringing in all my money and spending it there. Why wouldn't they want me? But I guess because of the healthcare system, maybe, that could be a problem. Because
there's so many things. Because what I remember about this, because I remember like the Bush years, and everybody was like, that was like the first time where there were a lot of Americans seriously wanting to mass exodus to Canada because of politics. And I think it was like easy up until that point, from my understanding as being in the US. That's what I heard from people who knew stuff about it. I don't know anything about it. But I think that, and then I think the restrictions.
Maybe I could get Lisa and Peggy Papez to adopt me.
There you go.
That is an awesome plan.
Or Tangi. Maybe Tangi will adopt me.
If you fill out the form that says adopt a garden gnome, because I'm looking for a garden gnome full time for my fairy forest, and
Ooh.
Robin, I think he'd be perfect.
I'm ready.
You would be taken care of. Okay, I'm going to hire you. We'll get the paperwork going. See, you're in. If you can be a professional garden gnome, Canada will welcome you with open arms.
I don't know though. What are the hours? How are the hours?
The hours are whenever to meh.
Oh, okay, that's good. I can work with that.
You've got some backyard kitties that you'll get to play with, and a beautiful Gaia tree. So you have your own
you
stump.
own property, or do you rent?
I'm renting.
Yeah. See, the other thing is, I want to do the tiny house thing, and I have barely enough now. I could buy a tiny house and have it made, the way I want, because I don't need very much. But the thing is, you can't just plop a tiny house down everywhere. There's like zoning issues, and I also have the fear if I put my tiny house in the wrong place, I'd go out shopping and come home and somebody will have driven away with it.
You gotta lock it up to a fire hydrant. Well, each country's different, and actually Canada, each province is different too with their laws. Don't quote me, but I think it's Ontario. If it's on wheels, you're okay. You can put it in someone's backyard. Like if I owned a home and I said you can come put your it has to be like the standard. What do you call it? It has to pass. If it's the right size and shape, it's on wheels. You could put it in my backyard, no problem.
Well, that's why I ask about that, because a lot of people here, it's like, yeah, you can put a tiny home in your backyard if you own a house and property, but that defeats the purpose for me.
Right?
If I got the house and property, what do I need the tiny home?
Because you got to know somebody who's got the property.
Yeah, and then
you got to know a guy.
You park in their backyard, and what happens if you have a falling out, if they decide to sell their house and move away? Then what does that do? Where are you left?
Chain yourself to the tree. Right?
Yeah, it's like
you go to the parking lot with that guy, the big tube thing that goes like this. Gosh. What is that called? The balloon? That guy?
It's like roommates. What you get a roommate, and then like you getting along fine, and then they get a better offering. Life changes, new opportunities. They leave, and then you're left in the lurch. And what do? There's a guy here. There's a guy here that does videos. His name is Cash Jordan, and he's hilarious. He does these.
I know that name.
He's a real estate guy, and his tours are hilarious.
He is in New York, and he's
so funny.
The reason why I was binge watching him for like 3 months, I had to stop because I felt myself thinking about moving to New York, and I'm like, no, I can't.
And he has this whole shtick where it's like, the big feature in the house is the sink sprayer, and it's like if there's a little ledge, and here's a place for a shrine to your god. It's really.
He could sell a doorknob to an elevator operator. I'm telling you, he's fun to watch.
But all the places here are. It's like, and he'll go apartment for $1,000 a month. And then you find out it's actually $3,000 because you need 2 roommates in order to like afford it for $1,000. And it's like,
and it's a studio.
I wish somebody would like buy a whole building and do basically SROs, like little tiny houses, apartments in one big building. Somebody kind-hearted. Because we don't all need a lot of space. Some of us just want a little private space of our own that we don't have to share with other people, I basically
That's another selling point. He's saying every closet. You could rent this out.
Yeah, I could live in a closet if it's, not too tiny.
Right.
But I basically want dorm living where I can, my roommates have their own spaces. I can go down the hall and hang out with my roommates or something. I don't want to share an apartment with them.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, Jen. I don't know if we said hello. Jen Science is all. We I meant to say hello. If I didn't, now she has to run.
Oh, noise.
Take care, Jen.
And
Hi,
she
V.
was, and she said something, but she said she'd come be a garden gnome and live in the garden with the kitties.
Aw.
Jen said, "Okay, so I got Robin and Jen.
Yeah.
I got an American and an Australian."
Oh, and Jamie goes, now that
I
that
need a
fucker got
Scotsman,
tired
so
of
I'm like,
messing with us, I must go. Much love to you all.
Oh my gosh.
sounds like a joke.
I think we exhausted Jamie fighting off the bots online.
Oh my gosh. That's amazing. Was it a bot?
I don't know. Might as well have been.
An American, an
All right,
Australian,
we're gonna
and a
do the robot.
Scotsman all apply for the position of garden gnome in Canada. I mean, there's a Netflix show coming this fall.
So
There you go.
Tangi,
Oh,
Tangi,
documentary.
I want to ask you, because I haven't noticed in a while. Maybe I haven't been paying attention. Have you been doing content on your channel? Because I haven't checked for many a moon. I see you in a lot of the chats lately.
Actually, yes, I have been. But I do
But
delete my lives.
you changed your channel from what to your new name, to Roman Biscotti, or you still have two channels, or what's the deal?
No, I deleted my original channel the end of November 2019. And then I made the Roman Biscotti one in January of last year, 2020. And I have all the Roman alien intergalactic DJ lives in a spaceship above my house. Love you, Roman. Don't sap me. She makes music videos. And then I come on and do my live third eye readings or chit chats or show goodies, but I delete those about 24 hours later.
Okay.
Because I want to keep it mostly for Roman.
I
Goofy
used-
stuff. It's a goofy channel.
I used to really love the ones when you went through the little charity shops and stuff and looked at all the little, knickknacks and things. I enjoyed going along for those walks.
Thrifting, but they're not open. I don't know what's happened. They're one of them's open, but he's so funny. I'm like, how you doing, Erwin? I'm miserable. The store's gonna close. He's been saying that for 4.5 years.
Oh my gosh.
So I never know. Every time I see him open, I'm like, he's open. Hey, how you doing? I'm gonna close. So his stuff. It's a little bit crowded for me to go in and walk and do a shopping thing. But Daniel's magical. It's a great shop. It's just too crowded for me. Because even though I'm one person, I need like 6 feet. I'm like Exeter from Mork and Mindy. You remember his character?
My God.
He's like, back away! I can't see my friend Mork. Get out of the way! And nobody's there. But that's what I feel like when I go shopping, thrifting. It's like there's stuff there anyway, and I need to be able to walk around with the camera, and it's too crowded for me. But the other one is closed.
Pepper Jackie's telling me Tangi has a book for sale, and she also said something about 4 males and 2 females, and I don't know if there's a connection there, but do you want to tell me about your book, Tangi?
What's the 4 males, 2 females?
They're talking
Jackie,
about cats.
Oh, I guess she's talking about her kids. No, that doesn't.
Oh, her cat.
Cats.
4 boys, 2 perm. Oh, maybe they're cats. Maybe they're cats. Sorry, I don't know. Oh yeah, because Scott says I love cats but can't have any because of my land. There must be talking about cats. So tell me about your book. Is that a feather or a fur on the front?
So the cover is a bird. I'll show it to you. This I got from the dollar store in the craft section, and it has a clip. So I just stuck it in my hair one day on a live.
Oh.
And someone called it a fascinator, and I said thank you. So when I was looking for the cover of this is technically my 10th Bibliomantica, but this the 3rd one in 2D form. Oh, great! Regina's got the cat ears, and I'm wearing the bird.
Oh yeah, watch
Don't
out!
touch my birdie.
Keep
So
those
I made
eggs
this
safe.
cover with that. Yeah, the cat and the bird. Oh, he's back. Look, he's turned his back on you. He wants nothing to do with. He is not having it. He's out. Oh, he's out. And on the back is the huge. Robin, did you see my huge 3D Bibliomantica Botanomy book I made?
No. And what is a Bibliomantica? Tell me what that is.
Okay, I'll
Is it
go
like
get
an
it.
encyclopedia? What is a Bibliomantica?
I'll show you. Okay, hold on. Part of my heavy breathing because it weighs like 80 pounds.
There's more than one of these books?
Oh, yeah.
I want to say things, but I want to like not. I don't want to steal her thunder. I want her to.
Go ahead, steal it.
All right, so it's for bibliomancy, right? Like designed specifically
Yes.
to
Oh.
practice bibliomancy, which I think is so
Is it sort of like Titania's Oracle? You know that book?
Oh, I don't know that one.
It's got like charts and things in it, and you pick something in there and you look it up and you find out what symbolically it means or translates into.
What?
Bibliomancy is basically you take a Bible and put your finger down somewhere and you read into where it lands, right? Kind of.
Yeah. Do you see
Yeah,
this?
so this is
Wow.
Bibliomantica is my version of a book made specifically for bibliomancy divination with oracle, tarot, charms. Where'd you go? I can't see. I think the bird pooped on me.
That one
And that's
needs
Plus,
wheels.
though,
That one's so big it needs wheels on it.
It's got feet.
Incredible.
It reminds me of an accordion too.
It does. It does. I made a wand to go with it. Amethyst point,
Oh.
earthy.
Fabulous.
This is my workout. So it does like an accordion. I feel like the divination version of Weird Al. Do you want your fortune
The
told?
accordion
Your
lady.
fortune told, your
Judy-
fortune
Judy-
told.
Can we
Where'd you go?
ask you to open a random page and see what that says? Is that part of the
Yes.
bibliomancy, or do
Absolutely.
you dare not reveal?
Oh, no, I would love to. Robin, you want to go first and then Regina?
Sure.
And anybody in chat? So what does Robin need to know? Tell me when to stop. What does Robin need to know right now?
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Stop. Oh, you went too
Left or
far.
right?
Left.
Left or right?
In that dark part, left. That left. Oh, I see. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
I'm left-handed.
Ooh. Ooh, you got the torturer,
Oh boy, I'm
the
gonna torture you.
Sputnik looking satellite. You have the high priestess. You have cartilage bones, Fibonacci swirl. I'll show you in a sec. Washi tape that's got all kinds of creative things on it. An easel with a canvas, paint brushes, paint, a feather, pencils, pens, book, radio, scissors, key, telephone, ink well, and an ink feather. So creating, writing, something is torture for you right now.
That's quite a
Intuitively
combo
using-
there. Washi tape and cartilage. I don't know.
Ooh. This page. Oop.
Washi tape is all that's holding my cartilage together right now, I think.
Right? Is it torture for you?
I am a tortured soul sometimes.
Torture by washi tape,
Yeah.
perhaps.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the camera. And flowers. It's
So
sweet.
is this sort of the prototype for the end up Bibliomantica to be printed and published in a less wieldy manner?
Sort of. So I
Sort of.
started, I was on the, was it my second year of Tarot-thon? Second year of 2020 was my second year on Tarot-thon. And a week before I said to my guides, because that's what I do, I talk to them. And I said, okay, what do you want me to do for Tarot-thon? And they said, make something. So that I intuitively create. And we, as a team, made a journal book for divination. I said, okay, what do you want me to call it? And I hear the book say, I'm a she and I want to be called Bibliomantica. Yes. I said, okay, you're Bibliomantica. She was happy. I put stickers and made oracle cards on a chat with the chat. Blank tarot cards and oracle cards, and I would put stickers and markers. I said, okay, you guys, I'd hold up an image of a sticker on a card and say, what does this say to you? And we did them together, and I stuck them in the book, and I made this journal, like a journal scrapbook type of book. The very first one, which I ended up giving away in a giveaway. So this was the fourth one I made. Then I made 2 more to give away. I have 1 left I'm giving away, and I'm only keeping this one because this is like the legacy I leave to my children. So they have proof that their mother was. And then I have 1, 2, 3 versions, but I
love the name Bibliomantica. It sounds like one of the queens from my old drag troupe.
Oh, that's awesome.
Bibliomantica, she can see into your soul.
Yeah.
And this is this one is 66 pages, but the 46-page version of this I'm selling.
Oh, that's cool.
And then, so you get the Orb of Predestined Fate, which I ordered from Amazon, polyhedral dice. So, Regina, you want to read? So what I do is I just feel to stop. Okay, your number? It's right in the middle. Left or right? Left or right?
Left.
37.
Okay.
Oh, that's
So
a
go
good
to
number.
page 37.
Isn't that a prime number, 37? I think it is. Nothing can be divided into it except 1 and 37.
Privilege.
So this was my glamour guinea pig. He's in heaven now. He's got a little crown. Yes, privilege. So you are privy to things that others are not. You shine. You get to wear your crown, and you wear it well. To me, this is like the good Fluffy, because he was such a good guinea pig. He was a glam guinea pig. He was an old soul. You'd stick him in front of a mirror, and he would just stare at himself and just look, and he'd back up a bit, and he'd look to the left, and he'd look to the right, and he wasn't vain. He was admiring what he was. He was, what do you call that? Appreciating who he was. And he let me do, God bless my animals. He let me do like a 3-hour photo shoot with him. I just like put him on velvet pillows and cushions and gave him treats. And he just stood there and let me be one of those weird, say cherries. Oh, you're doing great. Turn to the left. Now, make grunt noises. Oh, I love it. Okay, stop.
Tangi, are they all full pages like that? Can you show us 1 or 2 more?
Sure. So the instructions are here. I'll read them to you after if you want.
Oh, okay.
I love that. Oh my gosh.
These
That's
are the
great.
lay flat cardboard pages, so it's a game.
Okay. Yeah, because I thought maybe they were full pages, and I was going to say, 1 image to a page, and I was going to ask why you decided to do a book rather than a set of cards, but this explains that it's more complicated than that. Yeah.
So cool.
I have my tarot cards, oracle cards, and charms all in this book. So I was asking on my live the other day, technically, am I a deck creator or am I a novelty deck creator? Because it's in book format, but it's bibliomancy. So what do you say? I'm a deck creator? I'm a book creator? I don't know.
You're a divinatoriatrix.
Right.
Well, it's kind of the same thing in a way, because I've always thought of tarot decks as sort of like a book in a different sort of format. It's a book that you shuffle and it can come out different every time,
Yeah.
The page sequence can be different depending on how it's shuffled. And this is the same way because of the way that you use to find the page is going to be different, that you're not just going cover to cover. You're finding it through the tumbling dice or whatever. Yeah.
I dare you to make a pigeon sound one more time, Larry. One more time.
You got some beautiful stuff in there.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I found This, when something's meant to be, it falls into place. Because if I try to bake a cake, it's like the most arduous, laborious. Are you kidding me? I just want to make a cake and it turns into an Olympic event. But when I wanted to make this book, I found the copyright-free images for a couple of bucks on Etsy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know tech stuff very well, even though I know like StreamYards and YouTube stuff, but tech stuff, man. What's a JPG? I don't know. So I downloaded it and it worked and I got it.
Where are people going to be able to get this? Through Etsy or where? Or
Coffee, right?
You
My
directly? Huh?
I have a Ko-fi link in my About section on my channel, Roman Biscotti.
Okay.
They can private message me there. And I'm taking orders for at the end of August this month. I'll be doing a second batch of getting these printed then. So 20 pages won't be in the big one, but it's because they didn't print well and it would be way too heavy and too much money to ship.
Can I ask who you used to print, or maybe that's a secret? Was it a print on demand thing, or did you have a minimum you had to do, or?
I thought at first it's Mixbook. They're great. I thought at first, because I was talking to them and I was under the impression I had to get 25 to get like a discount. But then it was like, no, you need 10. I don't know why I thought somebody told me that. Maybe I told myself that and I don't know. But they're like, no, it's a minimum of 10. I'm like, oh, okay. So the pressure was off. And then I went on live Thursday. And because I know Fridays are printing day. And I'm like, okay, if you want to buy them now, first batch. So, yeah.
Mixbook.
And there's
Okay.
coupons. Don't forget to clip on the coupon because they don't.
I don't think I've heard of them before. Are they a Canadian outfit or are they all?
I didn't know this. Think this specific one is based in, is it California? The States.
Okay.
But they are mostly all over the world.
What was the turnaround for you on production?
Well, basically now it's covering the cost of the book with my coupons, covering the cost of the book and shipping. So I'm not really making any money, maybe $2.
No, but I mean, how long does it, from the time you order, how long does it take you to get your printed copy? Roughly.
They usually they cover their butts by saying longer, but I got it within a week to 10 days.
Oh, that's really fast.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I do my decks on Make Playing Cards, and that's usually about 14 days, something like that.
Yeah.
But if you do use Mixbook, you've got to use your coupons, people. Please don't make the mistake I did when I made this one. I thought, oh, coupons are rare. So I didn't use it, and it cost me a lot. Yeah. And I find out after, because this is like my third one making it, they have all kinds of coupons and that you can apply to different projects. And I kept, blocking out the top bar. I was trying to work on my project. And when I worked on this book, I realized the top bar, like the fine print, is where the coupon is. You have to click apply. And I didn't click apply.
Sorry.
For that one.
Yeah.
Then you'll get a discount.
Patrice is leaving. Good night.
Good night, Patrice.
I did my books on Lulu. I don't know if you know about Lulu.com.
I do.
Yeah.
This was the easiest, best, most perfect way for me. I speak for me for this particular project because I wanted it exactly like this. The quality of their books is amazing.
Yeah.
It's like
it looks
velvety.
like
it's velvety.
Really, it looks nice. Like you can see it.
Yeah, this is the landscape 11 by 8 something.
Okay.
So is this one.
But what's that one again? What's this Medusa-ish one?
Medusa's Hoard.
Oh, no, I'm sorry if I blanked out. What? Tell me about this one.
So Bibliomantica is what I'm calling a book that you use for divination. Instead of saying I made an oracle deck, I say I made a Bibliomantica, bibliomancy divination with oracle, tarot, charm stuff in it, and each one has its own title. So this one's Medusa's Hoard. This is not lay flat. This is pages, but they're pretty good page. Like I have gotten paper cuts on these, but I don't on the lay flats. And I'm a klutz, and I might accidentally tear it doing readings. And I'm just, this is more of, I'll use it on special occasions, but I can't use it every reading because I have to be very careful. And I forget what I'm doing when I'm doing lives. And I'm doing readings, I'm in the 5th dimension, and I'm not focusing on, be careful not to tear that, you know?
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to make their own, I'd say pay a bit more and go for the lay flat because they're thick cardboard, like a kid's board game.
That's so cool.
And you can upload your own photos. They keep saying at the end of every project, what can we improve on? And I keep saying, get more goth, alternative, funky stickers. And then when you type in something, you say you type in skeleton, it won't show up. But if you type in Halloween, a couple of skeletons will show up. So you have to be specific in what you ask and type in for a sticker. So a sticker, for example, these are stickers. So I got a shield sticker, and then I got a lion sticker, but it's not under lion. It's under animals. So it took me longer to look for the stickers than, once I figured out how it worked, then it was easy because this was my 3rd one. And then I made the 4th ones for sale, which is basically the same. I just took out some pages and tweaked.
Can I ask, adjusting from like creative, like just generating ideas and being creative, moving from that into like being really specific about layout and technical kind of stuff, was doing that like a little bit of a jump, or did you feel like you were flexing a different brain muscle?
This was easy for me. I don't know, like I'm not a tech person. Technology hates me, but for some reason, like I said, the guides were helping me, and it was flowing. It was like boop, boop, click, click. Oh, here you go. And I didn't know what I was doing, but my subconscious did.
Yeah.
My guides were going, well, just move her hand and click. There you go, dear. I'm going, I don't understand this tech talk. And they're like, just push the button. So I'm pushing all this stuff, making the page. An hour later, I look at it and I go, oh my God.
It's kind of creative mental editing, really.
Yeah.
Making the right choices. Yeah.
Same for you, because you've made decks and albums and all of that stuff. So moving from doing the art to doing the okay, now it's product time.
Yeah.
How is that process for you?
It's a lot of trial and error, like you but that's sort of the fun part, actually. It's a little bit like collaging. You have different choices and you choose this or that, and does this fit in the right place? No, shift it around, move it over there, resize it or reshape it or recolor it.
Which you can't do once you hot glue gun it into,
right.
That.
That's true.
And my recording process was just kind of multi-track layering, like I'd try a riff until I felt like I was happy with it, and then I'd copy and repeat it, and then I'd layer something over top of that and build it up. And it's great because I didn't have to do years and years of rehearsing until I was any good at an instrument. I just had to get that one take right that I could commit to record, and then build on that. So all my processes have been a maximum of output through a minimum of effort, really.
Right? Because it's like intuitive what you're using. You just have to figure out how to use the app or whatever, and then you get it. Yeah,
there is something to be said for planning a little bit more. I did find along the way that I put in a lot of work and then discovered I'd done things wrong and then had to start from scratch all over again. But, it's a learning process. You learn as you go.
Did you use a particular audio software at all for engineering your albums, like recently?
I did a couple different ones. I originally had this little sound module thing, and it came with this own little software, and it was called I love music or something like it. No,
Oh my
hello.
gosh.
It was like I love music or hello music or something like that. And then they went out of business. This was around 2000, you know,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's like was tricky getting even to, I didn't know how to use it. I was terrible at tech, and a friend of mine got it because it was cheap, and he taught me how to use it. And I thought, oh, this is great. And then I got really good at it. And then I don't know what happened to the company, but they went out of business and had no support anymore. Then I
Ugh,
tried to work with GarageBand on, you know, on the Mac, and I kind of figured that out.
I
And
can't.
then they went and updated it and changed it all on me,
Yeah.
like they do. And now I haven't a clue how to use it, so I don't do it anymore.
God, I think the last time I worked with any audio software, it was Sonar
Mm.
and a little bit with Pro Tools. I don't know if either one of them are still doing things.
And I always use the easiest, cheapest stuff. I mean, even when I did my last deck, the little Lenormand, I used the Pages software that comes with the Mac. It's free, you know?
Yeah.
And I just like collage geometric shapes on top of one another and made these little figures.
Yeah.
But it turned out when I needed to finalize the files to put them into Make Playing Cards template, they were too low resolution. I didn't know what to do, how to fix that. And I think Zane told me to use Canva. And I
I've heard
never
good
worked
things.
with Canva before, and it wasn't that difficult to do. I just pulled the images in, dragged the size, and then outputted them, and it worked fine.
Yeah. My whole thing too is like a lot of the stuff that like people say you have to get because it's the best or whatever, like it's not always the best, and what matters is the end result anyway. So it's
I've
like,
never been about that anyway. I'm one of those
Yeah.
lo-fi queens, you know. It's like I remember I'm from the days, you know, when they used what was it was a John Hammond or some guy who took a reel to reel and took them to the porches on the plantations in the South
Yep.
and would record the old blues guy on a reel to reel on his front porch playing on his banjo or whatever. It's like the magic is in the moment. I don't care
Right?
how technically audiophile it is in the studio and all the bells and whistles. You either catch the magic or you don't. And when we used to go into the studio, we'd have, you know, our time booked. It was very expensive. We'd have an off day and we couldn't get it. Whereas at home with cheap, free, you know, software online, you can just do take after take. If you don't like it, toss it out. You're not on the clock. You're not paying by the hour.
Yeah.
So, and I never had anybody complain about my lo-fi output. You know, in fact, they liked it more for some reason. I don't know why.
You can get a crunchier, more textured sound with lo-fi.
No.
I think it's like more depth, and it's really hard because with music and sound, it's such an intangible.
Oh my God! Look who just came in, Simon.
Killing time in my
I
books.
bet he must have just woke up because it's probably about
morning.
5:30 there or something.
Oh my gosh.
Simon, I decided to do an impromptu live at midnight and got these two wackadoos to come in with me and join me. Thank goodness, or I'd be sitting here alone.
Wow. No, don't eat my bird.
Oh, he's still in
he's still
bed.
in bed.
Oh.
Did we wake you up?
Oh, Simon, I got my first troll tonight.
It was epic.
20 of them at the same time.
He had about 4 or 5 different alternate aliases, and Jamie and a couple other people were trying to chase him out. So I'm official now. I have trolls.
You're official and
Right?
you're indicted.
Was it the ceremony was? You have been knighted into the order.
Knighted, indicted, divided, invited,
tarot tubers, official.
Delighted.
Delighted. Yes, the bismuth. Simon, do you have any bismuth? Have you got any bismuth with us tonight?
Right? Yeah. Do you have that?
We've been talking about this crystal bismuth that I want to get hold of. If you've never seen it, it's iridescent, architecturally looking crystal, and they make Pepto-Bismol with it, which is bizarre. And I need a piece. I'm going shopping for that. I think he says he has
Oh,
some.
gorgeous. Yeah, he did.
Both kinds?
It keeps breaking up. See, I wondered if it was fragile. It looks like it might be fragile. I don't know. Is it brittle? It's
Mine's
very
well,
brittle.
only if when I dropped it, it split into two. But
Yeah.
it was a clear break, and I gave the other half to a friend. It depends on the shape you get because they're all unique. No two are alike.
Is it one of those that you can clean if you're in a dusty apartment like mine, or you get water on it and it melts or something?
No, it's okay to get water on it. It's like a metal, but it's hard to get in the crevices and cracks.
Yeah.
But you can dust it with a feather duster.
Yeah.
It's got like little cups, like little indents. Like they look like a condo in the future on a different planet, you know?
I think I need some just to meditate on.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Get lost in.
otherworldly. It will connect you to the other realms, like for totally. It will do that.
Mm.
My spaceship's calling me, yeah. And then next to your organite, put it next to any other pyramids you have or any other funky skulls or something.
Oh, yeah. You were telling me, we started a little bit on the topic about the organite, what you do. You said you put parts of it on parts of your body to heal certain things.
Yes, the green aventurine is good for anyone who has tummy cramps or menstrual cramps.
So you just lie on your back and sit it on your belly and just lie there for a while with it or something?
Watching YouTube and making chats, and then 20 minutes later, I'm like...
Because that's what I did with my my citrine because of my belly. I thought, maybe that'll work there.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to wear the amethyst like a unicorn over my third eye,
I feel left out. I don't have one, but I have this, so I'll just do this.
That will do. That'll work.
No, if Simon was willing to pop in, he could show us the organite that Lainey gave to him, but I don't know if he's willing to come in or not.
He's still in bed, he said, and then it was just breaking up, so I don't know if he's still here.
No. Oh, no, I think breaking up, I think he was talking about his bismuth breaking up.
Oh, okay.
I'm feeling the Fibonacci power right now.
Simon, if you do want to come in and show us the organite, I'm putting the link right there for you. Because I was telling about the one that Lainey made and all the work that she put into it. Another thing is, I think I want to order a wand from Neris. Neris makes wands, and she puts words or symbols on the staff part of the wand. But she asks you for a word to put on there, and I can't think of a word that's like secret and special enough to me. Oh, he's about to jump into the shower.
Gnome.
With his organite into the shower.
Gnome is a good, powerful word.
Yeah.
Or gnome, or gnomey. I say gnome.
Oh, it's funny when you pronounce it that way, because I thought of the word genome too.
There you go.
I never related a gnome to a genome. I have to think about that. Yeah.
Okay. The power of the Fibonacci swirl compels you.
Fibonacci sounds like somebody that should be eating pasta or something.
Or Liberace's twin. Hi, my brother George.
Liberace and Fibonacci. Who do you invite to a dinner?
Cousins. They always used to sneak into the back at the family reunion and huff paint.
Laughing all the way to the bank.
Oh my gosh.
Aww.
I'm gonna dip off. This was so delightful.
Yeah,
Thank you for the invite.
I'm glad I did this because I was so restless, and now I think I could probably go back to bed. But I needed to get up and do something for a couple of hours.
I understand.
Thank you both for popping in and spending time with me, and it was a lot of fun.
I'm gonna try to get this off my forehead, or maybe I won't.
And thanks to everybody that popped in the chat, or we'd be sitting here empty with a troll. Now I almost want the troll back, so we have some people in the chat. No, I think we better go while we're ahead.
I think
Thanks,
so.
everybody. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, Robin.